our history might be deeper and stranger than we've been told, hit subscribe because this is just the beginning. Now, for more on ancient discoveries that challenge conventional history, check out this video. Imagine waking up, and there it is. Standing before you is a temple as tall as an 8-story building. But this isn't a typical structure. It wasn't built. It was carved from a single massive rock. No bricks, mortar, or concrete. Just pure raw stone. And here's the kicker. Even today, no one can fully explain how it was made or who made it. This is the Kailasa Temple, located in the Ellora Caves of India. Not just a temple, a monolithic wonder carved from one giant slab of volcanic basalt. It wasn't constructed. It was excavated from the top down. Over 1,000 years ago, experts believe more than 200,000 tons of rock were removed to create it. But here's what's strange. There are no records, no inscriptions, no documentation, no ancient texts that describe its construction. The temple itself is covered with intricate carvings, each telling stories from Hindu mythology. There are 38 cells with 600 images of deities. But the architects also created precise symmetry in proportions, even in the placement of pillars. These massive columns, some as tall as 27 feet, seem to defy gravity. All of this was done without modern tools. And according to conventional archaeology, it was supposedly built in the 8th century AD, during the reign of King Krishnadharma of the Rashtrakuta dynasty. But with what? And how long did it take? No one knows for sure. Some say it was built over several decades with thousands of laborers, but modern engineers have admitted that trying to replicate Kailasa with today's technology would be a nightmare. So how did ancient workers carve this in just a few decades? And how did they move these enormous rocks without cranes or drills? This is where things get controversial. Archaeologists admit they may never know how this was built, but many researchers now believe that the builders of Kailasa may have used techniques from a forgotten, more advanced civilization. A civilization that possessed knowledge or technology that has since been lost to time. Is this possible? Did ancient humans use tools or machines that are unknown to modern science? What makes Kailasa even more mysterious is that it isn't alone. Around the world, we find similar mysteries carved into solid rock. How did ancient humans do this? Who taught them to? In Petra, Jordan, we find the rock-cut city. This was carved into a mountainside and took centuries to complete. But how did they remove over 40,000 tons of rock without modern equipment? Then there's the underground churches of Lalibela in Ethiopia. Here, 11 monolithic churches were carved out of one massive block of rock, all connected by tunnels. It's a labyrinth beneath the surface. And again, no one knows for sure how they did this. These are just 2 examples, but there are dozens of others. Across China, the Longyu caves were carved with similar techniques. In India, the Rithwikia dynasty left behind the Lipakshi Temple. These sites are thousands of miles apart. They come from different cultures, and they were built at different times. But the same technique was used, carving into solid rock with impossible precision. Who did this and how? We may never know for sure. But one thing is certain. If these were built in the way we're told, then ancient builders across the world knew techniques that have been lost to time. If you believe our history might be deeper and stranger than we've been told, hit subscribe because this is just the beginning. Now, for more on ancient discoveries that challenge conventional history, check out this video.